Flat cap pastor dashing through pages. Chronicles, Gospels, prophets, sages. Leviticus, laws to pause, find phrases. Turning them corners, no spiritual mazes. Genesis to Revelation, so divine. Flip them scripts, endless grace you'll find. Songs singing sweet, unbroken lines. Hitting that rhythm, wordplay refined. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? Wake up early, the dawn's light shimmers. Spiritual breakfast, soul food dinners. Isaiah's vision, Ezekiel's figures. Walk through the fire, no one limbers. Kings and judges, prophets profound. Plowing the word, no mythical ground. Verse after verse, wisdom's bound. Heavenly soundtrack, soul serving sound. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? No shortcuts, all divine routes. Listen to the whispers, no room for doubt. Parables drop stronger than gold faucets. Souls hydrated from divine prophets. Study the book, change perspectives. Carefully crafted, not too subjective. A year to reflect, learning perfect. Patterns of grace that time can't deflect. Old Testament drops deep and so real. Kings and warriors, covenant seals. Split that Red Sea, divine reveal. Commandments written, not made of steel. Bethlehem birth to cross on the hill. Unfolding the never blessings, pastor with skill. Scripture flip, every verse fulfilled.
Through the word, every verse, every chapter, nothing unheard. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extends. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. 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 Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, everybody. It's been a hot second. So I ended up going to my mom's last Thursday, working Thursday and Friday at my mom's. Had to come home. Artisan market on Saturday. So was in the artisan market on Saturday. Had a get-together at my house on Saturday. Then I went back up to my mom's house on Monday, where it finished the work that was going on, and got a bunch of pellets. She has a pellet stove. Got a bunch of pellets delivered yesterday, and then came home. So it's been a minute. Katrina's waves, morning. Jordan, I see you there. Romans, good to see you. I'm watching you people lurking in the background. No, if I missed anyone else. And Zack Attack, I saw the prayer request, so let's get into that. God, we are just lifting up Zack Attack's mother, who is not feeling good. May you just give her strength. May you give her all that she's in need of, whatever is going on within her. May that be just may you give her refreshment. May you give her healing. May you give her all that she needs. God, we just thank you for who you are and how you have made us, and that you know every part of our bodies. And so we are asking you to bring healing to hers. Also, he woke up with a eye that's red and in pain, and so we are praying for healing for that, for restoration, for relief from pain. Praying that there is nothing serious going on there, but that you will just bring your comfort and your peace and healing upon him. God, for anyone else who is in need, we just pray this and ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. So welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you here. Good to be back. Had to figure out where we last left off and what we last did, and that would have been last Wednesday. So... And then I have a feeling I'm supposed to have a meeting today, but nothing is on my calendar. But I felt like I got several emails telling me that we were meeting today, so I was trying to go back through and look at those. And I will just keep an eye on it in case there is a meeting. Just scanning again. There we go. That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, it was... okay. October 7 is what it was updated for. Okay, that's where my confusion is probably. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. This is good to see you, friend. All right. Da, 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 da. We're in Proverbs chapter 6. Look, I don't even have to change it. Well, that's what happens if you don't stream in a week. Proverbs. Verbs that get paid to do what amateur verbs do for free. I know the joke is old, and I know the joke is poor, but I still like the joke. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a noun that gets paid for what an amateur noun does for free. What is a proverb? A proverb is a verb that gets paid for what an amateur verb does for free. So, your first time hearing the joke? Okay. Well, maybe it's done no longer come around, and so I'm free to start using it again. Okay, so we did Proverbs 5 last time. Now we're getting into Proverbs 6. My child. My son. Okay, so I don't know that we need to do anything with that. It's just would have been gender specific, but the son is the one who is going to inherit and get instructions, and so that's why. So my child is fine. If if you have made a pledge for your neighbor, if you have been a guarantor for a stranger, if you have been ensnared by the words you have uttered and have been caught by the words you have spoken, then my child, do this in order to deliver yourself. Okay, so for a neighbor, okay, a pledge is a fairly common for people to put up some kind of financial security for someone else, that is, to underwrite another's debt. But the pledge in view here was foolish because the debtor was someone who was not well known. The one who pledged security for this was simply gullible. A neighbor does not mean a person who lives next door or on your block, but someone whom you have brought into contact with or live or work with because of life circumstances. Since the person is also called czar, stranger, at the end of the verse, neighbor should be understood in the broadest sense of social contact. So yeah, that'd be kind of like somebody who just shows up in stream and or in Discord, and maybe you've known them for about a week, and they're saying, "Hey, can you co-sign a loan for me?" I'm like, "What? Are you kidding? I don't know about that. Don't know about that." Now, Lucis, on the other hand, Lucis has been around here for years, so there might be something to about co-signing for Lucis, but not somebody that just showed up last week. If you've been ensnared by the words you have uttered. Okay, let me see on the gut. Struck your hand, having shaken hands in pledge, having given a pledge. You gave a handshake. Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. I am using Net Bible. I am on Net Bible, and I use Net Bible because it has all of these footnotes here that you're able to look up on the textual issues, word or grammar or textual variants. It has a lot of insights there to be able to help you. So it's netbible.org. Okay, then this is what you should do in order to deliver it. So, and the scenario is being set up. You made a bad decision to give your pledge for someone else. Because you've fallen into your neighbor's power, go humble yourself and appeal firmly to your neighbor. Go humble yourself. What is that implying? The Hifil, Raphas, means to stamp oneself down or to humble oneself. Become supplicant. Trample one. Swallow your pride. But is this to your neighbor or the one that's in debt? Oh. The syntactical construct of the imperative followed by the imperative with the vav construct denotes purpose, in order to deliver. See, this is what I like. Like here they are telling you that the construct of the way with the vav and the nifl is the cause, the purpose, and so that is why. So we know that's helpful. But am I delivering myself from the neighbor that I signed the pledge to? Like, hey, I know I signed the pledge for you. I promised to sign a pledge. I'm getting out of it. Or I need to get out of it from the one who the pledge would ultimately be backing. I'm not sure which way here. And frankly, it might not matter. Permit no sleep to your eyes or slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from a snare and like a bird from a trap of the fowler. So like, hey, as soon as you realize you done messed up, Aaron, go make it right. Don't be going, oh, I don't know. I know I shouldn't have done that. Like, go fix it. Go to the ant, you sluggard, observe her ways, and be wise. The sluggard is the lazy or sluggish lazy person. Lazy bones. Ooh, lazy bones. That's a fun translation. Go to the ant, you lazy bones. Okay, who's the one that's going to the ant? Like, you probably have heard this. Go to the ant, you sluggard, observe her ways, and be wise. It's the person who is hesitating to go do something they know that they need to do. They have got themselves in a bad situation, and they know they're in a bad situation, and they need to get out of the bad situation, and they're being lazy about it. Woo, man. I don't know, that convicting anybody? Man, that seems harsh. It has no commander, overseer, or ruler, yet it would prepare its food in the summer. It gathered all the harvest, what it will eat. How long, you sluggard, will you lie there? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to relax, and your poverty will come like a robber. Okay, why is the poverty coming? Okay, let's back up here. We've got to have this in full context. The context is I made a pledge to somebody I should not have made a pledge to. And I know I need to get out of this pledge that I've made. And I'm just being lazy about getting out of the pledge. Why is poverty going to come? Because I made a foolish pledge and I am foolishly not taking action to get out of my foolish pledge. This isn't just about if you're lazy, you're going to come to poverty. No, this is someone who already has something, who was valuable, and they put it up to someone who has nothing. You're going to be like them because it's going to be taken away because you're not acting to get yourself out of the situation. The writer might, in this verse, be imitating the words of a sluggard who just wants to take a little nap. The use is ironic, but for indulging in, like, little rest, the lazy one comes to ruin. A little sleep, a little slumber, little folding, like a little. I want to go what word is little there. Yeah. I mean, it's like not for long. I make, bad financial decisions. Yep. I want to know what the word little here is. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding the hands. That should be a word that is echoing as we hear it. I mean, you hear it in English, so I just want to see what that is in Hebrew. 10. Me'at. Meh.
Strong's H 4592. Me'at.
Littleness, few, small. Okay, so yeah, it just, and I didn't expect much there, just a little word lookup. And your poverty will come like a robber, and your need like an armed man. A worthless and wicked person walks around saying perverse things. The term describes one who both worthless and wicked. Some suggest Belial is a compound of the negative belly and the noun Ya'al, prophet. Others suggest that the root is Baal, Lord of goats, or the derivative Bala with the reduplication, confusion, or engulfing ruin, or a proper name from Babylonian Bililu. Bililu, oh, sorry. In the Old Testament. So this is stuff you're not going to get. Like all of this stuff. A scoundrel or a villain. A troublemaker, a villain. So a worthless, wicked person walks around saying perverse things. Crooked or twisted. Okay. Have we switched to the person here? Have we switched? Let's keep reading, because when we had the look to the ant, you sluggard, it was like, that is one that we probably know that's taken out of this passage when the context is the person who's made a bad decision to put up what they value for someone else who they barely know. They need to get back, and they need to get out of this circumstance, and they are delaying because they don't want to be bothered. They're too lazy to get out of the circumstance they need to be in. Are we still talking about that person? The worthless or the wicked person goes around saying twisted things. Is this the person that's going to come against you because you've got your stuff up for pledge? Or is this you because you've become worthless now because you put your stuff up for pledge? Let's keep an eye on this. He winks with his eyes, signals with his feet, and he points with his fingers. Duh. What else would you do with those things? The sinister sign language of gestures of the perverse individual seems to indicate any kind of look or gesture that is put on, and therefore a form of deception is not a way of making insinuation. Okay. He winks with his eye, he signals with his feet, he points with his fingers. He plots evil with perverse thoughts in his heart. He spreads contention at all times. Therefore, his disaster will come suddenly. In an instant, he will be broken, and there will be no remedy. There are 6 things the Lord hates. Okay, so it seems like we have shifted here. Is this the person that was saying all of these things to you, that was twisting the words to get you to come and pledge, perhaps, or we've switched to a new person? This is one of the reasons why Proverbs, they might have 2 verses and then they switch topic, 2 verses and they switch topic. Sometimes they go on for a while. So that's what I want to see. Are we going to come back to the lazy person who pledged themselves and shouldn't? And is this the person who has come against them? Let's keep going. There are 6 things the Lord hates, even 7 things that are an abomination to him. All right, we need to look that word up. Okay, verse 16. There are 6 things that are an abomination. 7. First, the snowman is an abominable... Sorry. Abomination. Te'abeh.
Strong's H, 8441. To'eva.
A disgusting thing, abomination, abominable, in a ritual sense, unclean, idols, mixed marriages, in an ethical sense, wickedness. All right, I want to know the first use of this. Those that don't know, the first time something is used is often a way in which we can use and study and utilize that usage in other places when we come across the word. So, there is importance sometimes when you look up the first usage to help understand the use of the word. The first few chapters of verses are related, but the last bunch jump all over the place within the chapter. Yeah, and that can happen, but sometimes I think we sometimes easily just go, they jump around, and they may come back to it. So if it comes back to it, then in some way it may have been tacking those on in a way for us. Okay. And they set on for him by himself, and them by themselves, and for the Egyptians, which did not eat by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for this is an abomination to the Egyptians. So, yeah, there we go. There's our first huge. The Hebrews are an abomination to the Egyptians. They are something that is detestable. They are something that they would not do. It is outside of their participation. I think that's a good way to look at it. This is a really good proverb regarding church unity, especially the last of the 7 things mentioned. Well, we haven't even got to the first one, and you're already reading ahead? Okay, so these are the things that God would not be caught associating with. Maybe that's a good way of looking at it. Haughty eyes. So what are haughty eyes? Refers to a proud look suggesting arrogance, arrogant ambition. So I'm better than you. That's what it is. You're looking down on someone else. That's what it is. People who look down on others. A lying tongue. A tongue of deception. The genitive noun functions attributively. The term tongue functions metonymy. The term is used of false prophets who deceived in Jeremiah and a deceiver who betrays in Psalms. The Lord hates deceptive speech because it is destructive. Okay. That's in 26:28. I think that's a really good point here, because could we not then say that lying itself? See, I would not say a lying tongue, because the Egyptian midwives, the midwives that deliver the Hebrew babies, lie to Pharaoh. They are not being deceptive in order for their own advantage. They are being deceptive for the advantage of someone else. So that's one of the distinctions that we get caught up with when we just say lying. Well, then lying of any kind is something that God hates. No. Lying that preserves someone's life is going to be a whole lot different than lying to take advantage of. So deceptive speech, because it is destructive. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, we got ads coming in. So let's give the ReachCon ad
to the
today.
final countdown to
Content
ReachConf
creators,
2025.
gamers, and
You better be grabbing your
cosplayers.
tickets as soon as possible.
Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast. An in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tourneys, on-stage shenanigans, and fantastic music kept the energy high. It was more than an event. It was a community coming together. Get ready for ReachConf 2025, happening November 6 to 8. All the best parts of gaming and creative culture will be there, live and in person. Last year, we hit capacity, and even with increased numbers this year, tickets are sure to sell fast. Don't miss your chance to be part of the ultimate IRL experience. Grab your tickets now and join the movement.
Welcome to the final countdown to ReachConf 2025. You better be grabbing your tickets as soon as possible. For the gamers, the video game building has over 10 TV and console combination stations with Smash tourneys. VR folks are going to have a Beat Saber tourney. There's going to be PC and game demos, arcade machines that are all free to play, a retro arcade, and an optional bring your own computer PC LAN for the PC folks. For the tabletop gamers, there's going to be a 50-person mega Dungeons and Dragons one-shot. Lots of tabletop space for all of the board games, and there's going to be room for the trading card gamers. If you want to bring your Magic cards, bring your Pokemon cards, battle it out, let's go. We're calling all the cosplayers in the group also. There's going to be a 360-degree photo shoot, a daily team shoot, and daily winners. And beyond that, there's going to be awesome game shows that the audience can be called in to win real prizes, content creator training events, industry talks, and more. So make sure you get your tickets to ReachConf 2025 today.
Yeah, second witness. Hey, good to see a friend. There are several times when people are deceptive, and the reason that they are deceptive is for the benefit of someone else. So whether that is, hey, Matt, welcome in. Surrey oh, there it does. It did say that today. So if I am deceiving you for my own advantage, that seems what we're talking about here. If I am deceiving you to take advantage of you, if I am deceiving you to protect someone else, then it is not seem to be a problem. So their motive is what's important about this. So we first have our eyes that look down on people, and we have our lips, which are going to try to take advantage of you. So I think you are less than me. Now I'm going to say things to take advantage of you. And then my hands that will shed innocent blood. So I have gone from my eyes to my lips to my hand to take action. So there is the progression there. The hands are the instrument of murder. Okay, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift to run to evil. So now we've got from our eye to our lip to our hand, and now we're going to give another order from our heart that does wicked plans to our feet that run to get to those plans, and a false witness who pours out lies. So we've returned back to lips there, but here, a false witness who is pouring out lies. I am doing this to harm someone else. I am intentionally lying, and a witness is someone who is going to bring about your downfall. Second, he blessed the Hebrew women on Egypt. God bless the children. Yeah, exactly. Lying to Pharaoh to save babies who he was going to kill. So the deception there was to save others' lives. They were not lying for their own advantage. They were deceptive in order to preserve someone else's life when the person requiring him to do it was requiring to do something wrong. Yeah, also Rahab, but you kind of forgot Rahab, but Rahab. Yeah, exactly, Rahab. Rahab hides the spies. Okay, so that's one act. But then Rahab goes further to lie and say they left and they're going this way. And then she lets the spies out and they go another way. So yes, Rahab is another example. So when you are preserving life, so this is a good thing to think about. So when in let's just pick it. If it were today that something that happened, like any group of people are being identified by your government and said you need to turn these people in, and we're going to imprison them or kill them. And I'm not talking about someone who's committed a crime. I'm talking about their very being, who they are. Well, so let's just say if you know someone that wears a flat cap, you need to turn them in, and flat caps are illegal. I'm just picking on something that's ridiculous for point and illustration here. So you like, somebody, can you hide me? Can you protect me? I mean, I got to keep all my caps, and I don't want to go, don't turn me in. Should you do that? Should you hide that person? The answer is yes. Yes. When there are wrongful actions to eliminate and kill people for nothing that they have themselves done, but simply by the nature of what they wear or what they believe or by their genetics, then yes, hiding individuals to keep them alive is totally in line with what we see the practices have happened throughout the Bible and throughout history. Christian Lifestyle says that lie is completely not out, but I disagree, I guess not. Well, see, that's the thing is we oversimplify it and we overstate it. So yes, lying, we shouldn't do lying. And the reason that we go in that direction is because people will think, well, I can just do a little white lie and that's okay. Well, then there's also, why would you tell a little white lie? Why would you tell a little lie Are you intending to deceive someone? Are you trying to embellish things to make yourself look better? Or are you protecting someone from harm? And I don't know that there's a hard and fast rule. We want to make everything black and white. Frankly, I don't think most things are black and white. The way that I like to talk about things is, rather than right or wrong, is this a wise thing to do or not a wise thing to do? I like that thought. But the other example is a plumb line. I don't know if you know what a plumb line is. So, wow. Matt, you dropped the watch streak there. Woohoo! Currently on a 3-stream streak. Going in the deep this morning. Amen. Agree. Yeah, you don't think? Yeah, I appreciate the conversation. Yeah. But so I don't know if you know what a plumb line is, but a plumb line. You know what? I will make a fake plumb line. Here we go. So a plumb line would have been where you would hold, and it would be a string that would be better than my earbuds here. And you would hold it, and because of gravity, it's going to go straight down. Now, if I hold my mug next to it, you can see that it is not plumb. It is not lined up. So what I want to do is hold this as close to level. So this will be what you would do for construction. You would have a plumb line so that you could build your things upright. So you hold that as the thing that you measure everything against. That's how I like to view things. Yes, this is the best possible way given the best circumstance. I don't live in the best circumstance. I live in a world that's filled with gray and where right and wrong isn't always absolute. So how do I look at things? Here is the standard. How do I get as close to that standard as I can instead of black and white? Because black and white sometimes means you do what is the right thing and you cause harm by doing what is perceived to be the right thing. You know, so that's the thing I try to avoid. Yeah, exactly. Why would God have blessed them unless they did what was right? So by following the letter of the law, don't lie. Well, they violated. They should have been punished. God had no intention to punish them. He instead blessed them. Exactly. Second witness. Romans. The folks that hid Jews during the Holocaust and lied to Nazis during home raids would have been lying in the matter that would not have been, exactly, Romans, would not have been lying in a manner displeasing to God. Yeah, exactly. So, Lou says, when God explained the breakdown of his people's land, he left some safe towns for people who had committed crime, whether by accident or intentionally. It was for accidental killing, Lou says, not for intentional killing. So yeah, they left places for people to flee to so that they would not have vengeance upon them. So, okay. So we've got the progression of the first three things that God hates, and now we got a progression of the next three things. So a heart that deceives, wicked plans, feet that run swift to evil. So the plans are there, the feet take action, and a false witness that pours out lies. The cover-up of it, or the weaseling out of it. And a person that spreads discord among family members. What? A person that spreads discord among family members. So apparently we have to get off of Discord, everybody. The Bible, God hates Discord. Dissension. Yes, dissension. I like that better, but these 7 things the Lord hates. To discover what the Lord desires, one needs only list the opposites: humility, truthful speech, preservation of life, pure thoughts, eagerness to do good, honest witness, and peaceful harmony. The New Testament Beatitudes present the positive opposite. It is 7 blessed things to match the 7 hated things. Moreover, the first contrast with the first here, poor in spirit, with haughty eyes, and 7th, peacemaking, contrast with the 7 here, sows dissension. That's something I did not know or didn't see before. Wow, the list of 7 here is countered by the 7 things in Matthew 5 of the Beatitudes. That is cool. And look which one we're going to probably talk about the least. A person that is sowing discord among family members. So, does it have to be my own family? Doesn't have to be, but if I can stir up trouble between you and your sister, you and your brother, you and your parents, maybe I'm gonna go do that. Maybe it's my own, and I like to get my brothers or my sisters feuding against each other, and so you know what they said about you? I can't believe what they said. Did you hear what they said? You know what they did? Well, they're not even gonna. Well, and then they didn't. Oh my goodness. Do you know what it's a fiasco. I don't know how you put up with it. Yeah, exactly, Romans. The application there among family members, if we are brothers and sisters in the body, this is one of the things that I think is the worst thing that we can do, especially when Jesus prays for unity in John 17. And there's also something, so we have a 3 thing that God hates, a progression, a 3 thing that God hates, progression, and a culmination, like the 7th thing is going to be the one that is most harmful. Okay. My child, so we've returned back to that. That's how we open. My child, guard the commands of your father, and do not forsake the instruction of your mother. Bind them on your heart continually. Fasten them around your neck. Okay. Bind them on your heart. Yes. There may be, this is what I was going to go to. There may be an allusion here to Deuteronomy 6, where the people are told to bind the law on their forehead and on their arms. They point here to the discipline will never be without these the disciple will never be without these instructions. So you are binding these instructions on your heart, so they are there. They are the way that you're going to act. Fasten them around your neck. Why? They're going to be visible to everybody else. Everybody else is going to see them if they're hanging around your neck. We have the Deuteronomy, the Shema. Bind these words on your wrist and on your foreheads. Write them on the doorpost. Write them on the gates. You are to have the words of instruction always with you. That's what it means by being bound to them. You are going to be tied to them. They are going to be with you wherever you go. Points needed if we're to do Christmas song tier. We probably will. We've done it every year. I'll have to come up with a new way to do it. Boy, that's going to be here before I know it. Okay. Bind them on your heart, fasten them around your neck. So, by the way, here also, when we get into the book of Revelation, and it's talking about not being able to buy and sell without the mark on your forehead or on your hand of the beast. This is the same thing. This is the allegiance to. It doesn't mean literal here. This doesn't have to be a literal binding them on your heart. How in the world? What am I supposed to do? Just take and put a sticky note here. There we go. I bound them to my heart. Oh wait, I got to put them on a necklace. That means if I go out without a necklace on, I'm doing something wrong. Is that what we're to understand here? No. Then why, when we get to Revelation, which is apocalyptic literature, which is supposed to be hidden meaning, are we going to take that part literally? It's a reference there also to the Shema. Yeah, they are so much fun. I have fun with them. We'll have to come up with a creative new thing today, or this year, I guess. Okay. When you walk about, they will guide you. Oh, this sounds exactly like the Shema. Teach them to your children when you rise up and when you lie down, when you walk about. Yeah, it sounds like we're returning to the Shema here. They will guide you. When you lie down, they will watch over you. When you wake up, they will talk to you. For the commands are like a lamp, instruction is like a light, and rebukes of discipline are like the road leading to life. By keeping you from the evil woman, from the smooth tongue of the loose woman. So we clearly have switched, I think, unless we are, it was your neighbor was a woman that got you to pledge. Unless it was your neighbor that got you to pledge earlier, we've shifted from making poor decisions on financial level to making poor decisions with a life that you're going to do. Okay. Do not lust in your heart for her beauty, and do not let her captivate you with alluring eyes. Okay. Her eyelids. So remember we had the eyes earlier, followed by the lips. So we had a course of action that went from the eyes that look down on people to the lips that say things to the hands that do murder. Here we're going in a different direction from the what you see and the what you hear. So one is the you doing and being the one perpetrating things. Here is be wise that you don't have things done to you. Oh, also I want to say, do not let her captivate you. I want to know what word that is there, captivate. 25. I want to see if it was the one that we had last time in Proverbs 5. Captivate. Okay, it's the second half. Okay, lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyes. So this would be the captivate here. Ocha.
Strong's H 3947. Lakach. Lakach.
All right. To take, to get, to fetch, to lay hold of, seize. Do not let her seize you. Oh, I would have went with that direction. I like that. Captivate's a good one. It's also the word used for taking a wife, or to snatch, or to take away, to lay hold of. So taking a wife, capture, captivate. Where is it used? Okay, well, it's used in Genesis. And God took the man and put him in the garden. Oh, he captured the man and put him in the garden. That's an interesting thought. Okay, we want Proverbs. We need to get to Proverbs. I want to see if it's in Proverbs 5. Okay, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 1 Kings, 1 Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms. There we go. It's in here. Psalm. No, it's not in Psalm. It's not in Proverbs 5. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Okay, it's not in Proverbs 5. I wondered if it was the 5:19. Let the always be captivated by the wife of your youth. That's what I wondered if it was, and it's not. Okay. So do not let her captivate you with her alluring eyes. So capture you. For on account of a prostitute, one is brought down to a loaf of bread, but the wife of another man preys on your precious life. Okay, so a prostitute is going to lead you to poverty, but adultery, you're gonna pay for it with your life. These two lines might be an example of a synthetic parallelism. That is, A, what's more, B. The A line describes the detrimental moral effect of a man going to a professional prostitute. The B line heightens this and describes the far worse effects, moral and mortal, of the man committing adultery with another man's wife. When a man goes to a prostitute, he lowers himself to become nothing more than a meal ticket to sustain the life of the woman. However, when a man commits adultery, he places his very life in jeopardy. The rage of the husband could very well kill him. Could a man hold fire against his chest without burning his clothes? Can a man walk on hot coals without scorching his feet? Okay, this is not asking the question of are there fire walkers? No, this is using natural things here. The natural occurrence, not that there aren't people that can do fire walking. That's not what it's talking about. It's like, you want to go step in the coals? No. You want to get burned? Don't play with fire, buddy. Not play with fire. So it is with one who sleeps with his neighbor's wife. No one who touches her will escape punishment. People do not despise a thief when he steals to fulfill his need when he is hungry. Well, this would be nice if this were true. I'm kind of going Proverbs, I think you're wrong. People do despise a thief who steals when they're hungry. At least nowadays. Second. This is so true because I think a lot of men will definitely kill you if you mess with their wife. There might be nowadays a little bit less inclination to kill you, but physical harm? Oh, probably. Probably. They might not go so far as to kill you for fear of going to jail. But yeah, the desire to do you harm? Oh, it's definitely there. Yet, if if he is caught, he must repay 7 times over. He might even have to give all the wealth of his house. Okay, I don't know how you are repaying 7 times over. Make restitution. So, yeah, you messed their manhood or also. Yeah, exactly. A man who commits adultery with a woman lacks sense. Whoever does it destroys his own life. He will be beaten and despised, and his reproach will not be wiped away. So the social stigma, still a thing that's going to be there. All right. How much more do we have? Oh, we're almost done. Let's see if I can get this for the ads. For jealousy kindles a husband's rage, and he will not show mercy when he takes revenge. He will not consider any compensation, for he will not be willing, even if, you multiply the compensation. So, we'll talk about this when we come back from ad break. Let's go check out the fish.
Black cat pasture rocks his tweed, streaming life by the reeds. Fish pond calm and glassy clear, view it all right.
Hey, what's how we doing, buddy?
Dapper man with sax in hand, plays tunes by his quiet land. Acoustic guitar in the breeze, serenades the fish with ease. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pastor shows the way, stream it live come what may. With his cam he shows it all, Little fish, both big and small. Life in ponds so serene. Nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow. Hear the music, gentle glow. Flat caps charm and calming tone makes the fish feel right at home. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pasture shows the way. Stream it live, come what may.
All right, we should be back from the ads. We should be back. So you're playing Animal Crossing New Horizon. I have not played that. When did the 3-week streak thing start? Is that a brand new thing? The week streak? I haven't been watching much lately. I've been traveling, and so I haven't seen much. So I do not know. All right. So we started out in this proverb with "Do not give a pledge for someone else." And if you are, and you realize you did something, and you made a pledge for someone that you really don't know, you need to get out of that situation as quickly as possible. And then we shifted to another topic here about relationships with other people that are harmful. So we shifted to 7 things that God hated, and then we have carried that 7 things that God hated into a new situation that in some ways is taking advantage of people, is lying, is living out, causing dissension. Like if we go back to those 7 things, let me find those. Where was that at? Okay. Nope, a little further back. There it is. So we have haughty eyes that think you're better than someone else. If I'm going to go and steal someone's wife, don't I think I'm better than them? Lying tongue. How am I going to accomplish this? I'm going to lie about it. Am I shedding blood? Well, not literally, but figuratively, perhaps you could see that. A heart that devises wicked plans. Well, I would think that would be adultery, would be a devising a wicked plan, swiftly running to that. Yep. False witness, lying about things, spreading false things about what's going on, and spreading discord among family members. What more discord can you spread among family members than to sleep with one of the 2 family members? So, yeah, the stream streak. Yeah, is that a new thing? It's out there for some time, but not every stream had it. Oh, okay. Okay. So there we go. There's Proverbs 6. Any further thoughts on that? And like some of this is like, yeah, you're going to be beaten and despised. You're going to be reproached. I mean, don't know. I'm trying to think if there's a situation where there's any celebration around adultery, of a man, committing adultery with another man's wife, where it would be celebrated. And the only thing I could think of would be the level of which that woman would be seen as someone to be pursued, that the others who would be going, oh man, it would be about her, not about the husband in some ways. So I don't know. Still, like here's the thing that to me on some level just I'm caught scratching my head. If you cheated on somebody with someone else, why would you ever marry that person? why would you trust them? Like, that's the part I can't fathom. If you are in a relationship with a person that's cheating on someone else, why would you want to stay in that relationship and marry them? Now, I get it from one standpoint of you're having fun and you're doing that and for whatever else, but it's like, how could you trust that person? You already know they're a cheat. Like, wouldn't you constantly be thinking, are they cheating on me with someone else? That would be what I would, I would be consumed by that thought that, hey, they're no good cheater. They're going to cheat on me. They've already done it. I have all the evidence. I am the evidence. So I don't care which person you are in that party. You are involved in cheating, and why would I ever believe anything? All right, let's move on to 7. My child, devote yourself to my words and store up my commands inside yourself. Well, what do we have here? What does that actually say? The store up within yourself. Most translations either use store or treasure and with you, within you. The call suggests that within you means in your own keeping. To keep in one's heart takes a technical meaning of memorizing the commands of God. The instructions are to those lessons to be stored up and drawn upon. The idea here to study, to be prepared. It is the opposite of the idea of getting in a difficult situation and then looking for something in the Bible to apply for your life. Okay. Oh, I was just the list of 7 things there. So that is the Sermon on the Mount. So comparing the 7 things that God despises with the 7 things. Right. Second witness. Yeah. To keep sleeping with them, you guess. Yes. But what I'm saying is if you get found out and then they get divorced and then you want to marry them, I'm just thinking that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Like, you are the person they cheated with, or you are the cheat. Why would someone trust you? I mean, that's the part I'm getting at. No, if you're still in the process of sneaking around and you're getting away with it, so to speak, I understand that aspect of it. I'm saying, if you get found out, why would you marry the person? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so Lucis, you were wondering about the Sermon on the Mount, so Matt 5. Okay, so we have the poor in spirit. So the poor in spirit are going to be, well, depending on how you interpret what poor in spirit means, but let's just say they're the opposite of those who have haughty eyes. So you're not one looking down on other people. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. The lips was the second one, I think. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. A meek is contrast to those who shed blood. Those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. I got to go back. I don't remember what we had. Okay, so we have... Okay, the heart that deceives wicked plans... And the hunger and thirsting for righteousness in contrast to wicked plans. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. With running towards evil. And the showing discord with peacemakers. What was the... false witness. The false witness is contrasted with the pure in heart. So there we go. You take those 7 things that God hates, and the ones who do the opposite of them are blessed. And 7 is a number of totality, so these are representative of everything that God hates. Does that make sense, Lucis, or did you want to do more with that? By the way, podcast tomorrow. If you didn't see that, podcast tomorrow night. So, we'll be on with Pre-Pony, which I need to message her and make sure we're all good to go. Yeah, absolutely. My child, devote yourself to my words and store up my commands inside yourself. Keep my commands so that you may live, and obey my instructions as your most prized possession. Bind them on your forehead. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Okay, so again, we have the Shema reference. Binding them on the forehead, writing them on the tablet of your heart. So you need to internalize the instructions. Binding the teachings on your fingers, writing them on the tablet here implies comparison for preserving the teaching in memory so that it can be recalled and used with ease. Well, I don't think it's about recalling. I think it's about utilizing it. Not just, I've come up to the situation where someone is flirting with me who's married. What should I do? Let me just remember, what did Proverbs 7 say? Oh, what was that? I can't remember. No, you don't have to memorize it. It's the implications of it yeah, that's not a good sitch. It's pretty sus. I'm gonna be out of here. Yeah. It's knowing the instructions so that you can use them as rule for life. Not, let me find out what I should do in this situation. What did that verse say? Let me remember that. And again, binding them on your forearm does not have to be literal. Although that is what some Jews do. They actually take and they will wear a little box on their forehead with scripture in there, or on their wrists, which is probably why people read Revelation and think we got to take it literally. No, this is who your loyalty is to. Say to wisdom, you're my sister. And call understanding a close relative. The metaphor is meant to signify that the disciple will be closely related to the and familiar with wisdom and understanding, as close as to a sibling. Wisdom will be personified in the next 2 chapters, and so referring to it as a sister in this chapter certainly prepares for that personification. Like, sometimes they go a little bit too far on things. Like, you want to be familiar with it. Wisdom is personified as a woman, so you could have either went with mother or you can go with sister. Like, it's your sibling. You grew up with wisdom. Wisdom was always there alongside of you. That's, I think, the idea here. Wisdom dwells next to you. And calls understanding a close relative. So that they may keep you from the adulterous woman, from the loose woman who has flattered you with her words. Just to be a little ridiculous here. Oh my, you have You have such a rapid thumb there. How do you do that? How do you? Oh wow! And your controller skills are so amazing. Oh wow! Look at you doing a flip. Oh, and how did you manage to do that? Nobody can climb walls like that. I don't know. Whatever game you're playing, you got a triple word score. Flattering words. Now, here's the problem. We don't hear words that of appreciation often enough. So even when somebody is saying things they don't mean, it still feels good. It still feels good to hear them. That's why they become effective. Okay? I'm just saying. They're the reason they are useful is because we don't say good things to people often enough. For at the window of my house, through my window lattice, I looked out, and I saw among the naive, I discerned among the youths a young man who lacked sense. So look at this, the parallels here. The naive, the simpleton. The youths, the sons, someone who lacked sense. Is used metamony of association with one does with the mind, and so refers to discernment, wisdom, and good sense. One reason, yo! Welcome in, friend. So I went out, I looked out the lattice window. Like, you know, you've got it. Like I looked through the louvers. I looked through the blinds. He was passing by the street near her corner, making his way along the road to her house in the twilight, the evening, in the dark of the night. In the still of the night, I go walking down the street to the corner where she stands there to meet. Oh, sorry. Okay. Suddenly, a woman came out to meet him. Okay. This should be no surprise. Introduces a dramatic sense of the immediacy of the narration. Yeah. And look, suddenly. Okay. I don't know where you live, what street would be the common place to know or have knowledge about where you might find streetwalkers. Okay? But it'd be kind of like saying he went to the house of the rising sun, and oh my goodness, a woman came out to meet him there. Could you believe it? He went to the house of the sun, and he got greeted by a woman He went to the brothel, and there were women. What? Suddenly there's women at the brothel? Like, he's just set us up. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. And here's the reaction. It's acting like it's a surprise. What? Oh no. How? If you're going to go where they are, they're going to be there. Duh. She was dressed like a prostitute and with secret intent. She is loud and rebellious. She does not remain at home. At one time, outside at another, in the wide plazas, and by every corner she lies in wait. So there is no limitation to the place where she actually can be. I want to go look at the loud and rebellious here. Loud and rebellious. What do we have? Proverbs 7:11. Proverbs 7:11. Oh, I didn't. Years ago in NYC, 42nd Street was the location. There you go. She is loud. Hama. And Sa'ar. Hama.
Strong's H, 1993. Hama. Hama.
Boisterous might be a good roar, noise, to murmur, to growl, to roar. Oh, I wonder if they're playing on the roaring idea there. What's the first use of this? Oh, that's interesting. The noise of the city was in an uproar. Not what I was expecting. Let's go to the primitive root. Hum. To distract, to ring again, to make a great noise, to stir, to murmur. Okay. And Sarar.
Strong's H, 5637. Sarer. Sarer.
She's a loud hummer because cars can be pretty loud. There you go. Oh, what did I miss there? Oh, okay. Before yes. Giuliani and Disney took it over on 42nd Street. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, stubborn, rebel, rebellious. That's interesting. That stubborn and rebellious can be the same thing, because stubborn is just stuck in your ways. Rebellious is stuck in your ways against someone else. I got that. Second, prostitution today is crazy. It's not only happening in streets anymore, but in the internet. Also, like, we gotta literally keep our guards up, I guess. Yeah, on some level. But it's just a different scale. So different time periods had different places. Like, it's just true. You're true. That's right. We got to be on guard, which is what we're learning about here. So she grabbed him and kissed him, and with a bold expression, she said to him, "Hey, baby." Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. We don't need to go down that road. Hunts points to the Bronx. Yeah, OnlyFans is extreme. Yeah, people pay. Yeah. She grabbed him and kissed him. And with a bold expression, she said to him, "I have meat from my peace offering at home. Today, I have fulfilled my vows." Peace offerings are with me. The peace offering refers to the meat left over from the votive offering made at the sanctuary. Apparently, the sacrificial worship meant little to the woman spiritually, but expression that she has peace offering. She could be saying that she has fresh meat for a meal at home, or that she was ceremonially clean, perhaps after her period. At any rate, she is probably a ruse for winning a customer. Like, I got what you need. This is what she's saying. You got what I need. Just say he's just a friend. Oh, sorry. Oh, baby, I got what you need. I got my peace offering because I got my peace offering. So yeah, not clear on what the reference is of her state, but she has a peace offering, which means she's got something more to offer you than somebody else does. Romans, yeah, that's another one. You remember going to pick up a cake at Valencia Bakery and having to go through Hunts Point. Oh, okay. Okay, I do not know. I'm not from that area. Okay. All right, we got ads creeping around my back door. What do I want to show this time? Let's give the dancing feet.
She's got that flat cap dapper look, making waves online, spreading the word on Twitch. pastor with a cheerful heart, no lie, preaching joy so high to the sky. He'll be right back, yes, he'll be right back. He'll be back in 2 or 3. Flat cat dapper, flat cat dapper. We'll be right back after this break. No mistake, joy they make. I'll be right back, yeah. We'll be right back in 2 or 3. Right back after this break. No mistake, joy they make. I'll be right back, yes. I'll be right back in 2 or 3.
All right. So the woman is going to deceive you. She is going to bring you in. She is going to do whatever she has to convince you that she is worth it. Omega, thankful for your second floor construction is almost done. Cool. Challenges your residency for Guatemala in person. They ask for things not listed in the paperwork. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Those kinds of things happen. I've had friends in other countries trying to get whatever travel documents they need to come to the U.S. They save up the money, they wait in line, they fill out the application, they get up to the front, and then they get told when they finally get stuff, oh, well, thank you for the money and all of this. Next time you need to do this too. They got to save up the money, go through that process again, come in, and it's like it might be 3-4 times of them doing that. And sometimes those are real things that are needed. Sometimes they're not real things that are needed. With the stuff that we ship into Guatemala, we've had it before, and I can't remember which country it was with Guatemala and whichever country. It left the border crossing in one country, was in between. The paperwork was good when they went through the border crossing on the one side, but before they could come into the border crossing on the other side, the paperwork was wrong and had to be done differently. And then they were getting charged for it sitting in the middle there, not being in either country, which was ridiculous. So I've also had a friend that left her home country in Rwanda, traveling with us. We went to Kenya for a couple of days before coming back to the U.S. And then when we went to fly from Kenya to Uganda because of travel restrictions at the time, we got to Uganda. In Uganda, they would not let her board the plane to the UK because between the time, the 2 days, 3 days, whatever it was that we left Rwanda, went to Kenya, went to Uganda, they changed the paperwork and she needed new documentation to get into the UK. So she was not able to get on the flight with us. We had to leave her behind at the airport to let her deal with stuff, which was really nerve-wracking for us to leave someone behind. We weren't leaving strictly someone from America. We were leaving someone from Africa there, so not as stressful. But ended up a blessing came about because her husband was flying to Rwanda, and instead of her getting home an hour or 2 hours after his flight going the other way happened, they both ended up in the UK and were able to spend the day together in the UK. When she got there, he was there. They got to spend the day together in the UK on their travel. So that ended up being a good thing. So, okay. Okay. This is why I came out to meet you, to look for you, and I found you. Okay. We want to talk about flattering words? Okay. Just saying here, if you are paying someone for services, they are going to say flattering things about you. Okay? I don't care. We don't have to keep it in the realm of anything. My barista is going to compliment me on my hat, whether they like it or not, because maybe I will tip better to my barista. They are going to say flattering things to me to maybe get me to upsell, or they might be able to upsell me or get a bigger tip or something else. Sorry, I got a loose hair hanging on my hat. Yeah, silver lining, exactly. So anybody you are paying for goods and services that flatters you, got to take it with a grain of salt. Got to take it with a grain of salt. I have spread my bed with elegant coverings, with rich colored fabrics from Egypt. Now I'm selling you on the luxury that I will provide. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of lovemaking until morning. Let's delight ourselves with love's pleasures, for my husband is not at home. He has gone on a journey for some distance. Okay, so look at how this woman first is described as a prostitute. She then is a streetwalker. She then is trying to present herself as someone who is going through all the things of offering her offerings to God. And now my husband ain't home, and I got everything you want. Not only do you get the choicest of meat, but you also get aloe, cinnamon, and myrrh. Not only that, my husband is away. We can play for days. He has taken a bag of money with him. He will not return until the end of the month. Yeah, the new moon. Judging the fact that the husband took a purse of money and was staying away until the next moon, the woman implies that they would be safe in their escapade. If verses 9 and 20 are any clue, he could be gone for about 2 weeks until the moon is full again. She turned him aside with her persuasions. With her smooth talk, she enticed him along. Okay, so as you, my son, speaking as the one who wrote it figuratively here, as you, my son, hear my instructions here, you're going to go, this guy's a fool. This guy's a fool. He needs to stay away. Like, this is like, okay, when you watch a horror movie and the music starts to play and you're like, oh no, don't go in there. Oh no, don't go in there. That's what you're supposed to be doing right now as you're hearing this. Oh no, don't go in there. Oh no, don't go. This is so bad. Oh my goodness, you're set up so bad. It's gonna be awful. Don't go in there. I'm not so sure about the cinnamon in bed. Can't risk getting that in your eyes. Well, I'm not sure it's ground cinnamon. It probably would be cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon sticks, so it's for scent, or maybe it's made into a perfume of some kind. Like myrrh, you could make into a perfume, so maybe cinnamon would also be that way. Not sure, but yeah, I definitely don't want cinnamon powder That would be weird. Suddenly he goes after her, like an ox that goes to the slaughter, like the stag prancing into a trapper's snare, till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird hurrying into a trap, and he does not know that it will cost him his life. I was lurking, but suddenly he goes after her? Yes. Sticks, even worse. Oh, you don't like the cinnamon sticks? Okay. Yeah, horror movies. Always stay together, don't split up. Yes. Yes. Okay, so how many different ways did we have her? Suddenly he goes after her. The ox, the stag, we have the snare and the piercing his liver. We have the bird. So we have 3 different animals that you can easily get. So now, sons. Oh, interesting. It became plural. The literal translation, sons, works well here in view of the warning. Okay. Listen to me and pay attention to the words I speak. Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not wander into her paths, for she has brought down many fatally wounded, and all those she has slain are many. Her house is the way to the grave, going down to her to the chambers of death. So, the adulterous woman is portrayed here in the same way, and you, as the fool, gonna go into her, are portrayed as the foolish animal that's easily entrapped. And look at how over the top it's getting laid on of what it, like, it certainly sounds enticing. Here's the thing that we read these things and go, oh, well, then why would anybody ever? Exactly. Because it's enticing. That's what he's trying to tell us. It's going to look enticing. We're going to think we're going to be okay. We're going to think we're smart enough to get out of the trap. We're going to say, oh, I saw the trap there, but I won't fall into the trap there. You're going to get snared. It's going to happen. I don't know about you, but I've had mouse traps with mice that are too small to actually get trapped in the mouse trap, so they'll eat the food, and then you realize, oh, they must be super small. Well, the mouse gets confident because they can keep eating the food until eventually they're big enough. Oh, and then they get caught. So the same thing. You might think you got away with something. You might think you can go along with it. It might be appealing to you, but it ain't gonna turn out good. Second, you actually don't if the person you're sleeping with is if married or not. And this one of the reasons I am kind of afraid to just sleep around now. You don't really know what you're. Oh yeah, well it's definitely not a wise thing to do, regardless of whether you're thinking of it being sin or not sin. It's just not an advantageous thing to do. Second witness, yeah. Omega. Well, if they sell them like the street markets over here, those sticks are like 2 feet long and 1 inch thick. That's what worries me, having those in bed. Wow. Okay. That is way bigger than cinnamon sticks that I would have. A cinnamon stick that I would get would be about the size of this pencil. This pen, about the same height and about the same distance around. That would be the cinnamon sticks I have access to. You get ones that are bigger. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Yeah, the person you're with might be lying. Yeah. Well, we're talking about someone who is essentially doing this deceptively, telling you what is going to flatter you, telling you what they want. They are looking for something from you to lure you into this, and it's going to be a mess. That's just the easy way to say it. It's going to be a mess. All right. Proverbs 8. Is this going to be more adultery? And, Why would we have a bunch of these together in a row? Because as you're learning them, you're seeing different aspects. You're seeing different facets of it. You are intermixing these with other aspects and driving home the point of be on your guard. It can sneak up on you. It can come and seek you out. You don't always have to go where it is. But when you go where it is, man, you're a fool. So, does not wisdom call out? Does not understanding raise her voice? The answer would be yes. Wisdom calls out. Yes. Understanding raises her voice. At the top of the prominent places along the way, at the intersection of the paths, she has taken her stand. Besides the gates opening into the city, at the entrance of the doorways, she cries out. So wisdom is calling out. The cry is a very loud, ringing cry that could not be missed. To give a ringing cry is often only a shrill sound that might come from a victory in battle, but it's used in the Psalms for praise, shows that it also could be a clear verbal content, as it does here. Okay, so wisdom is screeching out to you. You need to pay attention. Like, if you ever heard something like you got somebody a mile away and you got to do your loudest screech to get their attention. This is wisdom crying out to everyone. To you, O people, I call out, and my voice calls to all mankind. You who are naive, discern wisdom. Okay, wait. And you fools, understand discernment. Let's get a little bit of irony here in this. To those of you who do not know how to swim, swim! Learn! For those of you who are illiterate, read! Read! Like, there's a process here, but the urgency is such that it needs to happen spontaneously. You who are naive, discern wisdom. You need it now. You ain't got no time to learn how, just do it. And you fools, understand discernment. You are so in a bad way, you need it now. Those of you who are drowning, learn to swim. Those of you who are lost in the woods, get a compass. Get a compass. Listen, for I will speak excellent things, and my lips will utter what is right. Okay, so we have had the personification of adulterous woman, and we have the personification of wisdom. And we have two different women who we've been going back and forth between. Yeah, commercial. J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have a structured settlement, and I need cash now. You just wanted me to sing, didn't you, ukulele? By the way, I have not caught you lately, friend. I hope you're doing well. I was actually doing some reflection on my last few weeks, and it's like, you know what? Even whether it's you or not, there is just something that I have gotten into the rhythm of, and I notice my day is different when I do not listen to a half an hour or an hour of worship music to start my day. It's just become part of my day, and I notice the difference. So just wanted to appreciate you on that level. All right. Listen, for I will speak excellent things. Excellent. And my lips will utter what is right. For my mouth speaks truth, and my lips hate wickedness. All the words of my mouth are righteous. There is nothing in them twisted or crooked. Okay, so twisted, crooked, you want the straight. You want the level road. That is your walk of life. You don't want to twist it or to have it crooked to veer from what you should do. All of them are clear to the discerning, and upright to those who find knowledge. So all of them are clear. Yeah, right in front of. They're clear. They're upright. You can see them. So if you're discerning, if you're wise, my instructions are simple and easy. They're just simple. Like they're straightforward. There's not much you got to do. You just put them into practice. Receive my instructions rather than silver, and knowledge rather than gold. So instructions are better than silver, and knowledge, and this is going to be, I think, experiential knowledge. Let's just go see, is it yada? Yada, yada, yada. Oh, it's da'at. Da'at. Yeah, which is a form of yada.
Strong's H, 1847. Da'ath. Da'ath.
Yeah, ukulele does the early hours. It's lately been about 4 a.m. for you, Omega. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here. Okay. For wisdom is better than rubies, and desirable things cannot compare to her. So we have silver, gold, rubies, desirable things. We have 4 different things that she's better than that and a bag of chips. I, wisdom, have dealt with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. So prudence, knowledge, discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Evil? I hate arrogant pride and the evil way and perverse utterances. So evil, pride, evil way, perverse utterances. They got no footnote here on evil way or evil. We could look it up, but I'm not going to worry about it. Counsel and sound wisdom belong to me. I possess understanding and might. Counsel, sound wisdom, understanding, and might. Look at how many the 2 things, the 3 things, the 2 things, the 3 things. Yeah, Central Time Zone is Guatemala. Yep. By me, kings reign, and by me, potentates decree righteousness. So without me, rulers do not stay in power. They use wisdom. Yeah. By me, princes rule, as well as nobles and all righteous judges. Okay. So if you have wisdom and discernment, you are decreeing righteousness. And if you are a judge or a prince or a noble and you judge righteously, that means you have wisdom and discernment. So we're classifying a very specific group here. I will love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. So wisdom and understanding are there to be found if you seek after them. Riches and honor are with me. Long-lasting wealth and righteousness. Okay, now I haven't said it for a while. I didn't say it yet today, but I say it often, and you probably get tired of me saying it. Proverbs are not promises. This is not a promise that if you seek after wisdom, you are going to have long-lasting wealth and righteousness. Proverbs are sayings of statements of how the world generally operates, and by following these as a guide, you will generally get the outcome that generally happens. That's what they are. They are truth statements about how the world best operates and how to best operate in the world, but there are no guarantees. They are not a promise. So this is not, hey, I seek wisdom and I'm going to have automatically wealth and righteousness. No. My fruit is better than the purest gold. So we've gone back to gold. And my harvest is better than silver. So we're repeating. So this could be a chiasm here if we're repeating back to gold and silver, silver and gold. I walk the path of righteousness, or we could just be parallelism too, in the pathway of justice, that I might cause those who love me to inherit wealth, and that I may fill their treasuries. The Lord created me as the beginning of his works, before his deeds of long ago. Okay, this is an interesting thing. Maybe you've not heard this one before. There are two roots, kana, in the Hebrew, one meaning to possess and the other meaning to create. The earlier English versions do not know the second root, but suspect it certain places that it might take that necessarily. Ugaritic confirmed that it was indeed another root. The older versions have the translation possess because otherwise it sounded like God lacked wisdom and therefore created at the beginning. They wanted to avoid saying that wisdom was not eternal. Arius liked the idea of Christ as the wisdom of God and so chose to translate create. Athanasius translated it constituted me as the head of creation. The verb occurs 12 times in Proverbs with the meaning of acquire, but the Greek and the Syriac versions have the meaning to create. Although the idea is that wisdom existed before creation, the parallel ideas in the verse appointed, given birth, argue that the translation to create is or establish. So if you don't know this, hey DJ, welcome in. There is the idea that wisdom was with God when God created. God could not have created without wisdom. So there's a Jewish idea of wisdom being a thing that is with God, which then later leads itself to being the idea of the Logos. And the Logos is used for the term for the wisdom that was with God because it was the word that's spoken, and then Jesus being the word. So if we tie all these things together, we are getting wisdom's connection to Christ in creation, which is just fascinating to me. Okay, but it had to be there in order for him to create his works because he couldn't create things without wisdom. So is wisdom an attribute of God or is wisdom a thing itself? Since wisdom is talked about as its own entity throughout as a personification, that's where we get the idea coming from. Hope that's making sense. Let me know if you're not tracking with that. From eternity, I have been fashioned from the beginning, from before the world existed. So again, here's the clarification of wisdom pre-exists creation. That's the thing that's necessary. When there were no deep oceans, I was born. Remember the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the deep? The earth was formless and void. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. So prior to that, wisdom exists. When there was no springs overflowing with water, before the mountains were set in place, before the hills, I was born. Before he made the earth and its field, or the topsoil of the world, when he established the heavens, I was there. When he marked out the horizon over the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above, when he secured the fountains of the deep, when he gave the seas their decrees that the waters should not pass over his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was beside him as a master craftsman, and I was his delight day by day, rejoicing before him at all times. Rejoicing is in the habitual part of his earth, and delighting in his people. So we've got the on and on and on. Wisdom was there, before this, and before this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Yeah, makes sense, yeah. So John is playing off of this motif and off of Genesis 1-1 in his laying out of the story of Jesus. Absolutely. All right, we got ads coming in, everybody.
Welcome
Attention
to the
streamers,
final countdown to
content
ReachConf.
creators, gamers, and cosplayers. Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast. An in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tourneys, on-stage shenanigans, and fantastic music kept the energy high. It was more than an event. It was a community coming together. Get ready for ReachConf 2025, happening November 6 to 8. All the best parts of gaming and creative culture will be there, live and in person. Last year, we hit capacity, and even with increased numbers this year, tickets are sure to sell fast. Don't miss your chance to be part of the ultimate IRL experience. Grab your tickets now and join the movement.
Welcome to the final countdown to ReachConf 2025. You better be grabbing your tickets as soon as possible. For the gamers, the video game building has over 10 TV and console combination stations with Smash tourneys. VR folks are going to have a Beat Saber tourney. There's going to be PC and game demos, arcade machines that are all free to play, a retro arcade, and an optional bring your own computer PC LAN for the PC folks. For the tabletop gamers, there's going to be a 50-person mega Dungeons & Dragons one-shot. Lots of tabletop space for all of the board games, and there's going to be room for the trading card gamers. If you want to bring your Magic cards, bring your Pokemon cards, battle it out, let's go. We're calling all the cosplayers in the group also. There's going to be a 360-degree photo shoot, a daily team shoot, and daily winners. And beyond that, there's going to be awesome game shows that the audience can be called in to win real prizes, content creator training events, industry talks, and more. So make sure you get your tickets to ReachConf 2025 today.
Would be pretty cool to win some of those prizes. A new PC would be pretty cool. Or a new car. It's not actually new. It's a used car, but there's one being given away at Reach. So, you know. And by the way, if you are planning on going and you don't have a room, let me know. I have a couple of spots available. The Bible cards from the 90s? It depends on which ones. I don't know. Maybe Omega. Okay. Okay, so we were in the middle of blessed are those who keep my words. Listen to my instructions, so you'll be wise and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching at my door day by day, waiting beside my doorway. Okay. Look at the way in which we are called to look after and pursue wisdom, and the way that we just had in the previous passage, the way in which we are lured in by the adulterous woman. The adulterous woman is using flattery to lure in, and it's going to lead to destruction. And here we have wisdom and discernment, who are personified as the most valuable thing that you can possess, and also as having been around prior to creation. So wisdom is the thing that we are in pursuit of, not the adulterous woman. For the one who finds me has found life and receives favor from the Lord. But the one who misses me brings harm to himself, and who hates me love death. All who hate me love death. There's a battle card game? Yeah, then I don't know. Could be redemption. So we have personification of wisdom. Wisdom is valuable. It's the most valuable thing. That's what we're supposed to pursue with life. And Zach Lee also, yes, hello. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Okay. Feels like a pretty good place to end for today. So we made it through Proverbs 8. So, oh, you know what? I need to fix the flyer there. We already did that one. There we go. All right, so if 7 people use my code and go into Reach, still is a chance to see my Elton John video. Pre-Pony tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Let me just double check my calendar. I don't think I have any conflicts tomorrow. Bum, bum, bum. No, but so yeah, we have a streaming tomorrow. We're streaming tomorrow. I think so. That will be great. All right. So we got that. And then Bananas and Hannah the following Friday on the 31st. Ooh, DJ Courageous. Interesting thought. Could the opposite be implied? If we love wisdom, we hate things that bring about death. I think it could be, yeah, I think it could be implied that if I am seeking after things that are wise, I will hate death. We did have in the previous passage 7 things that God hates, and we were looking at those in contrast to the Beatitudes of the 7 things that are blessed, or the 7 groups of people that are blessed are those that are contrary to it. So yeah, I think you could, by implications, infer that or imply that, but it may not be absolute. So, because a person could seek for knowledge rather than wisdom, and a difference being wisdom is applied knowledge, if that makes sense. So wisdom has discretion. Wisdom is going to apply things. Knowledge, it just puffs up. So the gaining of knowledge for knowledge's sake is not what we want. We want wisdom for daily living, for application. And so, yeah, it would probably be, if we're going along that line very clearly, it's going to steer away from things that lead to death. Very cool question. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We had been doing Torah Thursday. We moved it back to Torah Tuesday, and then I haven't been here. So I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I'll figure it out. But we've got podcast tomorrow night, and then a podcast the 31st. And I got to start working on scheduling some for further down the road than that. So, oh, I looked up the card game. Wonder if you could find it here. You mean like as in a, you could play it on Steam or something, or you just mean somebody on Twitch is playing it? Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's find somebody to go raid, everybody. Physical prints, yeah. Wow, he's live. I haven't seen him live in a while. Could be something fun to play with your wife. Yeah, it could be. All right, we're gonna go to Z Sarah U. Let me give you a blessing, and we'll pray for 10-2. Looks like she's doing a little bit of Bible. So, may God's seeking comfort find you. May his loving arms bind you. May his might protect you. May his wisdom direct you. May the joyous love of Jesus Christ be with you and all those you know, both now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you, everyone, for being here, hanging out with me So good to be back. Missed hanging out for the last week, and hopefully it'll be a while before I miss. My mom needs to get internet. She super does, so then I can stream from there, because it would be fun too. Anyway, let's pray for the workers for the harvest. So, God, the harvest is plentiful, and the workers are few. So we are praying along with Jesus that you will send out workers into the harvest, that you will continue to raise up more and more people to be salt and light in Twitch and in gaming spaces and on the internet in dark spaces, wherever people are at. So God, may you raise them up, may you prepare them, and may we be in fellowship and encouragement with one another. We pray this all in Jesus' name. Amen. So, we'll be back tomorrow. Should be back on Friday. And I still haven't figured out a rhythm or a plan to ride my bike and stream. And it is rainy. And it's going to be rainy tomorrow. So, I will try to... At this point, it's probably just going to be... If it's not rainy and I'm not busy, maybe we can do it. But anyway, have a blessed day, everybody.
Flat cap on his head, he's streaming live. Reading from the book, the word so alive. A prayer in his heart that lifts the soul. In the digital world where spirits roll. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream, spreading love with every verse he reads, planting hope like precious seeds. He's a shepherd with a virtual flock, leading us to faith around the clock. Tapping amen as we raise our hands in this sacred digital land. Don't need a pew to find the light. Through a screen he's shining bright, preaching peace and guiding us right. In our hearts his fire ignites. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream, spreading love with every verse he reads, planting hope like precious seeds. Chat is buzzing with the gospel truth. Every line a fountain of youth. Bible open pages turning slow. Feel the spirit start to flow. Chat is buzzing with the gospel truth. Every line a fountain of youth. Bible open pages turning slow. Feel the spirit start to flow.